From New York City, it's the Chris Rock Show. Tonight, journalist Bryant Gumbo. Musical guest LL Cool J. Plus, musical director Grandmaster Flash. Ladies and gentlemen, Chris Rock!
Yes, welcome. I'm Chris Tucker. And thanks for coming out. I'm glad everybody's here. Got a crazy week this week. Mitch Blood Green. Just the mention of his name brings laughter, doesn't it? Watching across the road, Mitch Blood Green. Mitch Blood Green was awarded $45,000 by a civil jury in his suit against Mike Tyson. $45,000. Now, not only did Mike pay Mitch Blood Green $45,000, we also paid him another $45,000 just to punch him in the face again. Might want to get his money's worth. Now, after the jury's decision, it was, Mitch Blood Green started taunting Tyson. He started calling him Cicely Tyson. Call him Cicely Tyson. He shouldn't have done that, because Cicely Tyson heard him say that, came down there and whooped his ass. That's right. That's right. It was the battle of the fucked up curls. Did you see Hoodlum? All right. Here's some sad news. John Denver died this week. And investigators are saying it may be gang-related. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. Come on, but it's sad, man. First Tupac, then Biggie. I don't know if rap can survive this. I mean, you know who's going to be on the cover of The Source next month, right? All right. Gang violence is getting even worse in New York City. It's getting crazy. We got gangs in New York City, and officials say the increase is a result of the Bloods trying to compete with the two most violent gangs in New York City. That's right, the Latin Kings and the NYPD. Box cutter, plunger. This week, Louis Farrakhan called on black Americans to stay home from work and school on Thursday. Did some of y'all do that? That's right. Now, to stay home from work on this Thursday. Also, this week, David Duke called for blacks to stay home Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Keep the black asses home. That's right. Farrakhan called for blacks to stay home. Why? Because, he wanted, you know why Farrakhan did it? He said, he wanted white people to realize how important that we are. That's right. That's right. He wanted white people to realize how important we are. I think white people realize how important we are every time Luke Longley tries to take it to the hole. Hey, I'm down with the whole thing, but I hope this whole day of atonement, I hope it doesn't backfire. Because brothers will get fired, and then we got a whole lot of days to atone. What you doing tomorrow, Tony? President Clinton, our president, Mr. Bill, is finally getting fed up with Paula Jones and her accusations of sexual misconduct. That's right, he can't take it no more. Now this week after Paula Jones claimed that, now did y'all hear this? That the President Clinton's his dick was bent. That his penis was bent. That when erected was a little sideways. Now, you know what Clinton said? Hey, she didn't say that when I shoved it in her face.
Chris Rock's monologue is brought to you by God. Yes, God, maker of fine products like the earth, the universe, and salt.
Now, we got a great show tonight. We got Brian Gumble. We got LL Cool J. And don't forget to give it up for my man, Grand Master Flag. Okay, now fall is here and kids are back in school, but not all of them are gonna finish the year, especially here in New York City where we have one of the highest dropout rates in the country. I mean, what happens to someone who drops out of school? What is their future gonna be like? So what I did is I hit the streets and I talked to some people who just might know. What kind of job can you get if you dropped out of school?
Well, the jobs that we handle are mostly loading and unloading trucks, stock work, packing, shipping, a lot of unskilled work.
Is this the worst job you ever had? You had a worse job than it? Would you play a roach?
What kind of work are you looking for now?
I'm looking for something like a CEO position.
School just wasn't doing it for me.
So, being a bathroom attendant, is that doing it for you?
Not yet.
You got any astronaut jobs?
Not at the moment.
So what's the craziest thing that's ever happened to you on the job?
The craziest thing I would say, I met a man one time who had a really bad foot fetish and gave me like $200 just to suck my toes.
Beautiful face, beautiful hair. I figured it's really neat. But the face and the hair wouldn't go nowhere if it wasn't for the feet.
What's the worst job you ever had?
Well, I never had a worse job. Every job is the best and depends how you're looking at it.
So you're a positive guy, huh?
I am.
Wow, if you had to shovel cow shit, you'd be the happy cow shit guy.
You been convicted of a crime?
I don't believe that's your business. What's the worst part about this job as the elevator operator?
I guess the truthful force.
So now, would you be here tomorrow morning at 6 o'clock ready to go? We could send you right out to work.
Yeah. Don't CEOs come in a little later?
6:30.
You get ready for the Peaches and Herb reunion? How did you get this job?
Daddy.
You see any strippers around here that need to retire?
Computer skills, Mr. Rock.
Computer skills. You know, I have a Sony PlayStation that I'm very good at.
Do you know how to operate one in terms of turning it on and typing out some documents?
Every fool knows a computer has an on button.
This is the on button. You push that on, and then the computer turns on. And then this, you also could turn it off as well. On and off. Do you want to write this down?
On, off, on, off, on. Wow, off. Did you drop out of school?
I went up to 9th grade.
I went to, say about 10th grade.
Probably 3rd grade.
So what did you want to be when you were a kid?
I want to be a teacher, which I'm going to school for.
Okay. It's going to be an exciting class. If you're good, I'll show you some ass. What's your dream right now? Actor. What did you dream of being?
Well, I always dreamt of being an entertainer, a performer.
Do you see any actors out there right now that you think you're better than?
Keanu Reeves, maybe.
Keanu Reeves.
There's a bomb strapped to the bus. Do not go under 55.
Do you see anybody out there now that's famous that you're better than? That you think you're better than?
I wouldn't say better, but I would say that I can do just as good as, say, R. Kelly.
What advice would you give the kids thinking about dropping out of school and becoming strippers?
school. Don't drop. You don't have to drop out of school to be a stripper. Finish school.
Finish high school.
I would definitely recommend not dropping out of school.
You end up with a job that you don't like.
How's it going today? It's all right, Give it home.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Hey, I think I'm gonna go back to school. My first guest tonight was the anchor for the Today Show for the past 15 years, and he now has a primetime magazine series called The Public Eye. Please welcome Bryant Gumbel. On my show. This is great. This is great. I'm happy.
Your show?
Yeah.
Your show?
I'm happy to, unless you want the job.
No.
You're a big man in TV.
No,
All you gotta say is, I like that HBO slot.
No, I'm not.
Now, you know what's weird? Now, I'm glad people like giving you standing ovation, your props, because I'm like, okay, this is a weird one. Like 10 years ago, I did a joke about you that was like really bad, and it was like, if somebody told Bryant Gumbel he was black, he'd have a heart attack. And it came from like my ignorance of like this is where I grew up and everything, and like any black guy that spoke well was like considered white. And I'm glad that people are like growing the fuck up and like giving you, you know.
I've always been amused by it when people say, well, you don't sound black. It's like, well, excuse me. I mean, does it mean you have to sound unintelligent in order to sound black? Is that what you're telling me?
Right.
In other words, if I sound halfway intelligent, then I sound white.
Yeah, have you seen it change in the last, like, I mean, from the time you started till now?
No, a lot of people are still ignorant.
Really?
Yeah. You know what? It's like, you know what it is, and you know this very well. I mean, if you got good parents and they stay on you and they just want you to use proper English, you just grow up using proper English. I don't take any great pride in it. I mean, just speak. That's all.
It's not something you put on your resume.
No,
Man, I could talk. You're a broadcaster, a journalist. Okay. Now the thing with you, you're like because you're like a very controversial figure.
I don't know if I'm controversial. Here's what makes you controversial in this business.
Okay.
If somebody hits you over the head, you don't say thank you and walk away. You turn around and hit them over the head. So then they say you're controversial. I'm not controversial. I never pick on anybody. So I just happen to return fire if somebody fires on me.
Oh, okay.
It has ever been thus. When black folk are on TV, you're supposed to walk around and constantly be saying, thank you.
I'm so
thank you for the
glad
chance.
to have this job.
I'm so glad to have this job. Thank you so very much. I'm so lucky. And because I don't say that, then I'm supposedly controversial.
It's weird that you got the controversial thing attached to you because you work in the morning.
Yeah.
And the morning is not very kind. You know, people just like, hey man, I'm just selling my book, man. It seems odd. I mean, maybe you have like a nighttime persona in the daytime. You ever?
No, I'm pretty much the same.
Because I've done like your show. I never did it with you.
No.
But
sorry.
Yeah, why is
you were
that?
always welcome there.
Okay.
You just didn't get up that early.
I get up now. I was ignorant then.
What time you get up?
I get up early, man. I'm up
what time
like
you get up?
9. Oh, man, cut a brother some slack, man. I didn't get in the show business to work.
Sleep's overrated. Sleep is overrated.
Sleep's overrated?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
You don't need a lot of sleep.
You need some sleep, Brian.
You don't need a lot of sleep.
You need water, food, and sleep. If you don't get nothing else.
ask you this. Is there ever a day, no matter what time you get up, you don't complain about getting up?
Sometimes.
It doesn't matter if you get up at 4 or at 11, you're going to complain about it.
Yes, you're right.
And 2 minutes after you're up, does it matter?
Yes, sometimes.
It does not.
If I was partying last night with Puffy, you know, chasing some girls around a jacuzzi, yes, I need a little more sleep the next day.
I used to get like...
So you don't need no sleep?
You know what? I don't get a lot of sleep. I don't need a lot of sleep. I mean, when I did the tape program, I got up every day at 4:10. I'd go to bed about midnight, 1 o'clock.
Really?
Yeah.
You went to bed, you woke up at 4 in the morning?
Yeah.
What's wrong with you, man? What are you, the Terminator? You can't. You don't need sleep.
There's too many things to do.
What are you doing, Brian?
Working, reading, playing golf, having fun.
Golf. You know what's real cool? You have this. You have a golf tournament every year to raise money for the United Negro College Fund. Okay, speaking white, that's ignorant, but golf is very white.
Among brothers would play if they dropped the requirement for plaid pants. That's true.
Okay.
But, you know, but the funny thing about the tournament, I've been doing the tournament now 10 years, and I bet there's only a handful of people that even know about it. You know, and my foundation puts through 84 kids through college every single year. Every single year. Because I believe in education. I believe in black folks getting an education. I don't do it to get your applause, although I'm grateful, really. But the funny thing is, nobody ever writes about that. You see? Nobody ever writes about that.
Right. Did you hit them upside the head?
That's right. I hit somebody upside the head today.
All right, man. I got to thank you for coming.
Hey, always fun.
Now, I want everybody to watch this.
You loved Dorfon golf. You howled at Dorfon fishing. Well, get ready to rupture multiple internal organs with hearty, out-of-control laughter as you watch Dorfon crack. Chuckle along with the inner city's most lovable loser as Dorf tries his darndest to get high.
Damn these cheap-ass crack pipes.
And to get paid.
Sir, could I interest you in a VCR for about $50?
$2 for that.
So,
Dorf just can't win, but he takes the prize as the wackiest substance abuser you'll ever see. For $19.95, you can own this hilarious full-length cassette for yourself. It's 21 zany minutes of fun at about the same price as a couple hits of crack cocaine. Send for Dorf on Crack today, before the real Dorf people take some kind of legal action and prevent us from selling them.
Okay, hey, there's been a lot of controversy about euthanasia or mercy killings, and it's mostly centered around Dr. Kevorkian. Well, what most people don't know is that there's another doctor who has assisted in hundreds of suicides all over the country, and his name is Dr. Peter Johnson, and he's my next guest. Please welcome Dr. Peter Johnson. Euthanasia, or mercy killings, as you may call them, it's a very, very controversial topic. Now, what's your take on the right to die?
Well, Chris, I believe that every human being has the right to decide for themselves if life is worth living. I've devoted my life to this principle by helping those who are crying out for the release of a merciful death.
Now, I understand that you've taken part in hundreds of assisted suicides.
That's right, Chris, I have.
Now, some people criticize you, saying that what you do is just murder.
Those people are ignorant, Chris. The fact is, I've videotaped everyone that I euthanize. And each tape, they positively state their intention to commit suicide.
Now, do you have any tapes that you can show us?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I do have a couple clips.
Oh.
Now, this first one is a young man who was suffering from a terrible medical condition.
Okay, let's take a look.
Please state your name.
Ed Connors.
Mr. Connors, why don't you tell us about your medical condition?
Well, I have a knee injury. Last summer my knee went out. It hurts pretty bad.
And you've tried getting treatment?
Well, yeah, I've had 3 operations, but it still hurts.
It's hopeless, isn't it?
Well, yeah, my knee still hurts.
You want to die, don't you? Wouldn't you like for me to take the pain away?
Well, yeah.
I thought so. And you made this decision of your own free will.
What kind of thing is this?
Never mind, Mr. Connors. You don't need to say anything more. I know you feel the pain. I suggest we get this over with.
Now, I think you can see from the tape that Mr. Connors died of his own free will.
Doctor, with all due respect, you killed that guy.
I didn't kill him, Chris. He killed himself. I merely assisted him. And he was suffering.
But you didn't even do it painlessly. I mean, you strangled the guy.
What's the difference? He's dead, isn't he? I'm not going to remember if it was painful or not. He's dead. The point is he got what he wanted. Now, this next tape, I'm going to show you this next tape. It's of a woman who living had become a terrible task for her. And I was very happy to bring her some relief.
Okay. Let's look at the tape.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Oh, hello.
Ma'am, those bags look very heavy. I bet you're tired of carrying them around, aren't you?
Yes,
Would you like me to help you so you won't have to carry them anymore?
Yes, I suppose so.
Say no more, ma'am. I'm here to help you.
Stop the tape! Stop the tape! That was no mercy killing. You mugged an old lady.
I didn't mug her, Chris. I was helping her.
But you went through her wallet. You had a fucking knife.
Chris, I am not independently wealthy. I'm a doctor and I'm entitled to a fee.
You're no doctor. You're a murderer, a killer.
So what you saying, a black man can't be a doctor?
What the fuck does black have to do with this? You just killed somebody.
Chris, please, just take a look at this next tape of me euthanizing a man who was confined to a chair.
Okay. Now that guy was actually saying, if I'm not mistaken, he said, "I don't want to die." Do you call that a suicide?
Chris, I mean, some people, after they make the brave decision to take their own lives, right before the actual act, they have second thoughts. They have what I call the fear of death. Now, it's my job to see them through that time of doubt.
No. You're no doctor. You're a fraud.
Chris, I beg to differ. Sir, is that a cold you have? 1 second, I'll be...
From his latest album just released this week. Give it up for LL Cool J.
Yeah. Come on, hold it. Hands in the air. Beep, you and the crew. Hold it. Baby girl was draped in Chanel. Said she loved Tupac, but hates some LL. Seen her at the bar with anklets and toe ring. Take a prince, turn him into a king. Standing at her in the limelight, curly white. Said a man get paper, but he don't live right. His emotions flowing inside the club. Do you really want to thug, or do you want love? See, get the paper when it's time to get it. Keep these rounds sticking like Chapel quitting. Honey smoke, make it click, feel it in their throat. No joke, all these love letters they wrote. Behind every player is a true player. Bounce you up out of there, push the check. Taste the choice, have it nice and moist. Or play paper games and force the Rolls Royce. Come on! Come on! About your seats! Hands in the air from side to side! Come on, let me hear you say yeah! Say yeah! Now scream! Hold it! You was king of seduction, cop consumption. Now she with a cat that work construction. But with the paper, abuse of mine. This a new level when you know it's out of line. Off top, lap dancers got to stop. Play out your chick, cause your game is hot. I did it too, dying ice, my whole crew. Making each and every time. That's why I love you. Mommy, you run your mouth. Throw your legs over the bed, baby, work me out. Come on. Come on. Come on. Hands in the air from side to side. Hands in the air. Let me hear you say yeah. Say yeah. Now scream. Hold it. You was all souped up but played it just right. I was full blown, my game was airtight. Needed to switch up, get it again. It's a whole new movie, world premiere, yeah. Keep it jingling, no more mingling. Brand new year, me and you can bring it in. Tired of the freaking night, come on. Phone it in the mirror with my Cupid's on. Bygones be bygones, no more game. All the chicken heads go up in flames. Brand new mansion, lake it back. Got it all figured out, mommy, I like that. Collect chips, got his in her whip. Waste a $250,000 on clothes to sit. You worth it, play girl, real in the field. Say what you want, but keep your lips sealed.